Hey guys, I'm Empire bringing you guys another video today. It is Saturday morning when I'm making this, and I wanted to work on it a little bit yesterday, but didn't have time after work. But getting into the video today, I know I've been talking about this for a while, but with the recent price changes with Lego, I wanted to talk about the way Lego does their price changes, and also I wanted to talk about why they made the changes they did, because there's other factors into it besides inflation. It's also their price margin, how much Lego wants to make per sale, or granted how much they want to. They are a business, but I find it a little frustrating just because, on the tail end, we the consumers don't see these changes. I became privy to these changes because I've talked to a handful of people who work in retail businesses, and certain retail businesses actually give their employees discounts based on how much it costs the vendor to actually buy the item. In this case, Lego. I have never worked at a store that actually had Lego for sale. They had it on the website, but you couldn't get discounts on it. Not gonna put my friend's life out there or go into what store he works at. But however, this store gives discounts based on the cost per item. So basically, the way that the discount works is, let's say it costs the vendor $100 to buy it from Lego. It's not the price; it's just a fictional one. But it costs them $100 to buy it from Lego, so then they sell it for $300. Well, the employee would get a discount off of the, it'd be like the asset price of $100 plus, $25, $50, whatever they want to do. But they get it almost half or more than half off of the $300 price. So, for instance, he had mentioned to me that the price of the Star Destroyer for him, the UCS Star Destroyer, cost $400 for him. It's like 400 or like $300, something like that. But it blew my mind because that's crazy, like you buy that set for nearly half off, and with tax you're looking at like 820, 830, 850 in some cases. Like that's a lot cheaper than buying it new. So it made me think, well, if the company buys it from Lego for, 200 or 300, and Lego sells it for 800, and when you go to the Lego store, you're giving them $800 of your money as opposed to giving it to like Target or Walmart or Best Buy, and you're giving them your 800. Lego doesn't see any of that. So I found it interesting, and so I started, looking into it more and more and more, rationalizing it, and I realized that Lego makes, and with the video that M&R Productions made a while ago when he talked about this, was that Lego makes almost 2 to 4 times profit per how much the set costs. M&R had mentioned that Lego makes, or they had made either this year or last year, 25% was like their total gross of like everything they spent. They made an extra 25%. And it was interesting to think of it like that. And then you start putting in a perspective of inflation, and the cost to produce things right now is very high with the supply chain. It makes sense that Lego would up their prices. However, for instance, the Cad Bane's Justifier is $180 or $170 now, and it probably costs them $90 to make that set, maybe $100, maybe less, maybe it's like 80 or 70. But when you start putting this in retrospect and you start thinking about the sets that Lego marked up and how much each thing goes into it, I mean, Lego is making a crazy amount of money, and they're a business after all. But it's interesting to boil it down. I mean, obviously, a lot of this is hypothetical, and a lot of it is my own thoughts, and just my inferences from seeing what my friends talk about, and then seeing how the prices reflect in the public area. Very much, it seems very reasonable that if Lego starts making less than 25 to 75% profit on a set, that they would mark it up to make up that gap. And I'm not sure why that would be the case. I'm not sure why, besides being a business, that they would, forcibly up those, if they could afford to take the hit, why they would do it. It's probably just a money thing. It's not something to be mad about Lego with. It's not something that you should holler and hoot about, because it's not going to change anything. This is whatever their marketing strategy is, whatever the actual way that they price things, it's working for them. And we all love the product and we all keep buying it. So clearly something's working. But it's interesting to think about that, like, you know, for instance, the Saber tank I think is 40 bucks or 30 bucks. And, you know, if you think it cost them $10 to make that set and maybe less, let's say $10 with shipping and everything else they do and packaging, you know, excuse me, cost them $10 to make that set, make $30 profit. That's pretty big. You know, you think of Star Destroyer, cost them $100 to make it, they sell for 800 and they get 850 out of it. It's a lot of money. Gunship, 300-400 bucks, you know, they make it for like 50-60 bucks. I mean, it's definitely interesting. Obviously, the only way we would know the true answer to all this is if Lego came out and said, hey, here's what we make on every set, here's the production cost, and they'd never do that. No company is ever that public with their finances. They usually just put a blanket statement of, oh, we had a great year, here's that. But definitely something to think about going forward when you guys do buy Lego sets. I think I may start I don't think I'll be worrying about buying Lego sets from the Lego store anymore as much as I will be buying it from other vendors. You know, there's Target, you can use the red card and get a discount off of your sets every time you buy there. You can get points. I don't know if Walmart has a point system, but I am not too worried about buying it from Lego unless the set is actually a Lego only set. But yeah, I know this video, I made it out to be like this crazy thing. It's just more of a theory. Would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below what you guys think. And don't forget to punch that bell so you guys get all my notifications. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.